afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Angerville. Between in the south, Miragefla fighting here for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the Panzerdivision going up versus VonAsten, fighting here for the United States of America. Fighting here for the 1st Armored Division, tasked here with clearing out elements of the Panzerlehr ensconced here in this quaint French or Belgian village. We've got Lightning War, Encirclement and Festering Armor versus Airborne Infantry and Rifle Company. Bulletins are large infantry here with the several MD bullets here for Miragefla heading into the west here with his pioneers, noting a 1 pioneer start there, thus Miragefla indicating he's not going for a lot of territory right off the bat. So he'll be trying to fight more directly versus the American player, of course, is getting several riflemen out there on his own. But both players so far focusing with the west, where we got a bit of a tank trap going up here, in this case using it as cover for his infantry, where there's otherwise very little heavy cover. In fact, there's pretty much nothing. So by using the tank traps, he can essentially create something for himself right there. Nice little move there, which again is something perhaps not all American players are aware of course. I mean, basically blocks enemy vehicle movement if you get over a lot of them, but they can also be used as heavy cover. So, nice little trick there displayed by VonAsten. We got troops moving up to the right hand side, we got more moving down the west, and there you go, first engagement. Pioneers here moving in, Grenadiers following up. Reactions though, not so formidable even with heavy cover here. The Pioneers is getting close, and we got the Grenadiers of course arriving. The Riflemen won't be able to arrive here on time, and most they can do is basically keep Miragefla away from the fuel a bit longer, by a few more moments, while he of course secures himself a more steady and secure supply. Riflemen pushing up in the right flank, of course Grenadiers might be needed over here to support them, in particular since there's very little cover here for the Grenadier, and there you go, those shots fired. And we got a MD-42 arriving then from Miragefla, ein schweres Maschinengewehr. Bit of quiet there, fuel pumping secured, 3rd Rifleman there on the way for VonAsten. Point there secured in a few moments. And there we go. Tends to be perhaps a bit of a safe idea for the Wehrmacht, sort of focusing on the west rather than the east, since while you do have buildings, you have other bits here, at the same time you can very easily end up being penned in by your opponent if you're not careful. Whereas here, while again not a lot of heavy cover to sort of dig in behind, and a lot of open territory can essentially flank, at the same time you're also a lot harder to sort of pen in, to sort of pin down. So it does have this advantage. Of course, it does to a certain extent, I think, also come down to player temperament. Some players basically just do better here than they do here, for example. Of course, then they might, of course, feel more safe here. So, a few details there. But overall, got Miragefla pushing on for the cut-off point at the same time. It looks like here VonAsten is expecting that, and is preparing himself with a flank here to sort of sneak behind. MD-40 opening on the Riflemen. Riflemen do get beyond that just before they get suppressed. Got Riflemen pushing out. They push back here. A few swift shots there from MD-42 convinces them that might not be the best place to go. 3rd Rifle Squad, or Grenadier Squad there for Miragefla. Got 4 Riflemen here for VonAsten. He's just definitely going heavy on the infantry here versus his opponent, which would then of course also indicate he might aim for one of the more infantry sort of, or rifleman specific doctrines like Rifle Company, Flamethrowers and the like. So he could of course go for infantry, get Brownings, but also the Rifleman field defense. I mean, both these doctrines do better play into a Rifleman heavy strategy. Though again, considering he didn't go for Rifle Company then right off the bat, one of course might expect infantry then more following, but of course some players like to sort of go Rifle Company later on, sort of to throw a quick curved ball. Here, Miragefla is actually going for a pretty heavy tier 1 versus the US player, which is always something I'd advise against, at least have you a bit cautious about. Oh, here we go, 3 Grenadiers and 2 MD-42s, so it's not just, 4 Grenadiers and then a lot of MD-42s, so there's a mix here. And might work, but at the same time, if it wasn't for the fact that VonAsten himself had gone for a lot of riflemen, it could have put Miragefla in a bit of a disadvantage, for example, if he'd been rushed with an M20. There you go, looks like a large assault going in here, the MD-4 setting up here. 3 here blocking white, basically got Riflemen needing to be focused on, same time they go for the assault up here. One part of the assault there, by the way, being cut down. Riflemen here close, getting wiped out. Riflemen getting shot down, rather aggressive stuff in there. Going MD-42 from the south, stop aiming here, this is basically allowing Miragefla to chance things around. That was damn close, damn close. Had VonAsten here, I think, for example, had grenades research. I mean, he could probably pushed Miragefla right off the field there. But we got a capture on the way. It's right here. Large engagement one we see here, rapidly following up for some telemines here. Clearly Miragefla is worried about enemy vehicle rushes, and is thus opting to prepare for it. And certainly either an M20 now, a Stuart tank would certainly still cause some problems, of course. I mean, particularly if you are going for a heavy tier 1, I mean, telemines will be necessary to sort of some junctures, at least hope and catch enemy vehicles, and that way deal with them. But while going up here, basically trying to minimize the amount of areas here that his opponent could enter from. And that way I imagine he can want to try and lock it down either with a 50 caliber machine gun or a fighting position. Miragefla now breaking into these here, so trying to grab territory there. Troops are reinforcing. We got of course, the captain still on the way. Tech at the same time done here for Miragefla. Gutes Arbeit. MD42 set up here and there. Part of me would say should actually consider shifting up a bit further here to sort of watch about here, and then have the other one sort of also a bit further up here so we can sort of cover a better angle. Of course, it would leave a bit more open here, but at the same time, I mean, otherwise he's got a very large gap around here. He should also, I think, consider wiring off the tank trap, so his opponent can't use it for heavy cover. Looks like VonAsten's getting ready for a heavy hard punch on the right side. We got a lot of rifle there, all clumped together in a march column. Captain there arriving. VonAsten holding up the building there, and we've got the light mechanized company going up for Miragefla. VonAsten has gone for infantry. And again, I mean, with all the rifle he does have, I mean, it's certainly a good choice there. It's certainly a doctrinal choice that meshes well. I mean, he'll get browning out machine guns, plus his rifle will be able to lay down fighting positions, sandbags, and mines. 2-1 there on the way from Miragefla. As soon as you see the horde of riflemen there bursting through from the hedges, he quickly pulls back the grenadiers there, suffering only scratches and hurts, but no losses, at least so far not. It looks like VonAsten keeps up the momentum here. No. Briefly looked like he was going to keep up the momentum, and they just charge through here. Though, of course, he might want to spread out his men. I mean, otherwise his blob there is basically stop going to a marching column and basically a blob, in which case, of course, the MD42s will quickly lock it down. And of course, right here, we see Miragefla reacting just in case that is in fact what he was intending there. So, good reaction by Miragefla in this case, though. VonAsten came to his senses, maybe. Well, that was no part of his plan. Either way, he does not carry through. Got another scout car there on the way from Miragefla, actually getting several scout cars here versus the Americans. An interesting decision there. I wonder what is propelling Miragefla into numerous light scout cars. There we go. We've got a Stuart at the same time on the way here for VonAsten, adding in about light armor there. 2-1 opening with its NG42 there, tearing into the NG of the re-echelons. At the same time, getting ready to push in from here again. He's still basically relying seemingly a bit on raw force and momentum. Captain moving up there, Grenadiers occupying the building. Pioneer supporting as well. Second scout car as well ready now, so that's a small scout car patrol there for Miragefla. Can certainly lay down a bit of mobile firepower then, catch units off guard if we're executing. But he's got both of them upgraded with the auto cannons. He should actually be able to do some decent damage. And there you go, Captain flanking in, rather than continuing this off from the front. No grenades for them, and he doesn't quite have the resources, for example, to get the other things for them. Troops here will need to fall back rapidly. We've got the scout car actually joining in over here, getting a good shot to the captain. Then it is getting away, though rather close. I think they could actually get wiped out there. In fact, looks like it will happen. Captain almost wiped out, scout car forced away, and no! Grenadier there, thanks to the fact that the other units drew fire away from him, makes it back, then ensuring the unit wasn't quite entirely wiped out, though almost. Still, VonAsten is holding most of the territory. Now we've got the Stuart here, adding in further pressure versus Miragefla, who's only now getting up some anti-tank weapon. He looks like here we got a rush straight for the base. Dear, this could be bad here. Grenadiers have been reinforced. Scout car opening up, going to the Panzerfaust. Succeeds. Stuart misses because of slightly moving just for that moment. And there you go, finally reinforced up. Stuart pulled back there with a damaged engine. Pack 40 not ready, but at least he's forced VonAsten here to pull back. We got more riflemen. He's up to 5 riflemen out here for VonAsten. He's really going heavy. He could, by the way, consider more to half to actually deal here with some of the more ensconced positions from Miragefla on the left flank. A bit of artillery support in that regard could help him out a bit, I wager. Still an awful lot of infantry. Miragefla, they're repairing. And there you go, we got the assault preparing here. Now he's actually splitting up. Good. At the same time, we got a force pushing up. In this case, so quickly rebuffed by the 2-2-1, the MG tearing into them. And there you go, wrapped up an infantry. Grenadier wiped out though. Miragefla in this case was a bit too slow there. Of course, riflemen were too many. Quickly cutting it down. MG42 not quite ready to cover there. Needs another one over there. He needs one of his scout cars, in fact. But so far, there's no response from either scout car here. Rushing into 8. This is quickly getting dangerous here for Miragefla. He's already lost one Grenadier squad. Got the Stuart there joining in. Pack 40 those nearby to support. There you go, shots fired. Grenadiers wiped out. 2 Grenadier squads there wiped out within seconds. Heavy losses then inflicted upon Miragefla. Whereas, well, VonAsten really hasn't suffered the same losses. And there you go, damage engine the 2-2-1, but still was unable to gain ground, but still able to bleed out Miragefla pretty severely. Had I think he reacted a bit faster with both scout cars, I think he could have done a bit better there versus VonAsten, but of course there was a lot of things there to handle, so I mean it was, I suppose, to some extent expected some casualties would appear. We are beginning to see Browning light machine guns there being handed out to the riflemen, increasing VonAsten's infantry firepower noticeably, thus allowing him to threaten Miragefla's troops even further. Miragefla could, by the way, consider getting into Panzergrenadier. Another option would be slowly now considering taking up for some more armour. Bunkers, of course, would also be another option. That way, just basically creating something the riflemen can't so easily deal with. No doctrinal chosen, though. I mean, he could go lightning off for the G43s, relieve infantry, and potentially a Tiger, Stuka close air support. Encirclement would be basically now for the stormtroopers. A few assault rifles, maybe a panzer strike could help him out a bit there, of course. Sprint would allow him to get his MTs and other troops out of a hairy situation. Of course, close the pocket, I think, on a map like this could actually be pretty devastating, considering how much the cut-off points dominated. And I mean, festering armor would be command tanks, pack for the fleets, hold down, of course, panzer position. And before a bit of trouble, got the Stuber in there. Nice flank assault there, and there go, making use of the doctrine to sort of lay down some defenses, further digging in, and further making it difficult for Miragefla to dig him out. At the same time, another assault going in there. Good, good. 2-1 in before T-Dim can. There we go. Defensive posture, but not quite fast enough there. The NG42 does suppress them. And of course now with a lot of machine gun fire going down, the rifle won't last long. Nothing further going on from Miragefla's base though. The MG42 there needs to retreat. The other one not looking too good either. Basically right now, not going to be easy there. We've got the Stuart there being repaired, a bit behind. Forward there, very close to victory one there. Got the assault going in. Rifle grenade fired. And there goes second one, but in this case he wasn't quite aware of that, so a bit of a expensive one, but in this case a bit of good. We called it a double nade. Banking on the fact that he hoped it wasn't either paying attention or couldn't react fast enough to the other second rifle grenade. I'll be able to down so they go, we see collapse. Scout car needs to be careful there. Close getting hit, but does quite, and we got another patch up there on the Stuart. We got a sniper now actually arriving there from Mirage, but at the same time rifle flanking in there. 1-2-1, they seem to back to go down. Level of health, and knocked out there. Rifle guarded virtually two before then being pulled back themselves. But there you go, sharpshooters being sent in here, probably from nearby infantry divisions. I don't think panzer divisions actually had their own snipers. I think that was more part of infantry divisions, but might be wrong there. Either way, he now has something further here to drain out all the infantry here that VonAsten has. And that, of course, the sniper, if well screened, could prove to be quite vital there in basically bleeding out VonAsten and being to sort of punish his further heavy infantry play. Of course, the scout cars there are not bad either, but in part I think they do require the ultra cannon to sort of really gain some extra punch. Of course, the MG42s are, of course, also quite well used if properly. Quite good if used properly. There we go. In particular, we can use some incendiary armor piercing rounds to further actually bleed out VonAsten there. And we got armor there on the horizon for VonAsten out of the heavier kind. Then we got the major out. So that's definitely going to be a bit dangerous here for Miragefla. Interesting enough, he's not really pushing in here, but at the same time, though, of course, it's vital to note here that he's actually dug in pretty hard here. Buildings occupied, fighting positions. It's not going to be easy there, so of course, in that regard, I think Miragefla is just basically hoping to sort of bleed out VonAsten enough here before pushing out. MG42 in the back position, pushed away. The other one here should use incendiary armor piercing rounds. I mean, remember to try and use incendiary armor piercing rounds when you can. It does add a lot of damage to the MG42s and land so quick, for example, deal with an infantry assault if your opponent is a bit careless. So now, of course, doing what he can here. The infantry there in defensive posture, certainly only making his job easier. Stuart moving ahead here, pack 40 ready to cover, not set up. There he goes, Stuart takes a hit there, Snubby needs to go away. Could be kicked. So these need to get off of Panzer first. Units wiped out. Looks like he lost his pioneers. 2-1 getting away, but he's about to lose the sniper. And there we go, sniper cut down. An investment that Sam didn't quite get as much out of there for Miragefla as he might have hoped for. A victory there indeed for VonAsten, and then of course he helped with the infantry bleed. Though he still ended up losing one squad. Again, he still bled out Miragefla quite a bit in the process, and certainly killing that sniper is not bad work at all. But now Miragefla has taken up, that could open up for some armour. A Panzer IV Stuber right now might just be what he needs. As we got there Sherman on the way here for VonAsten, handing in some armour of the bigger kind, though the Stuart of course is not doing poorly. Of course, one thing he could consider, of course, is basically after having gained some good kills here with the Stuart, is exchanging the crew here with the Stuart to the Sherman to allow the Sherman to that way, of course, gain some extra starting experience, and of course, quick to get it to the higher levels where, of course, it becomes even better. Of course, this is something not a lot of American players do use, but again, I mean, switching vehicle crews at the right time can actually give you quite a bonus, and certainly one of the American strengths which I feel is the most underutilized. Miragefla though holding on, but again it is a bit desperate here as VonAsten continues launching his sword. Note the way he does it. I mean, it's not just, you know, just holding up from one side. Well, occasionally he does, of course, but basically sort of trying to sort of find the outskirts of where Miragefla's guns aside, and then sort of try to hit from there, and then at the same time hitting from as many points as possible to ensure he can, of course, then just, you know, switch guns to deal with the threat incoming there, thus basically making the defense there more difficult. Of course, it's good then the Miragefla has MD42 to actually slow them down and buy himself more time, but of course it's not perfect. And of course with only one pack, I mean, it's also a bit harder than, of course, trying to figure out where the stud's going to come from. It's a lot of threats involved. MD42 setting up, but not quite fast enough. Incendiaries are available, but rifle already set up there. Rifle grenade off, nicely done, but at the same time Sherman pushes through. High explosive shells ready. Still no doctrine there from Miragefla. Pack 40 opening up, and there we go. We saw a heat round there going through the side, starting the crew. Well done there by Miragefla. We got a doctrine chosen. Festung armor in a moment of desperation, calling in the command tank to try and buy him time here. Befehlspanzerkampfwagen summoned forth. In this case, it's basically to give his troops a bit more durability, but also just have some kind of armor to slow down anything. Plus, of course, drain up VonAsten a bit more. It's a bit of a risky maneuver, though. I mean, it's better going to delay any other armor, which is going to be able to deal with the enemy armor a bit better. But again, I mean, for something can keep the student a bit occupied, though, of course, here in this case, it's getting stunned. Bazooka's going off. We've got the 2-1 moving in, trying to assist the command tank. Infantry moving in here. Miragefla rushing in, trying to force off to ensure he can get his Pack 40 here back. If he loses that right now, that's definitely going to leave Miragefla in a very bad position. And there go Vetri 2 for the 2-2-1. VonAsten pulls back there. We still got troops hanging about here, covering the repairs of the Sherman. Still no effort here, though, of course, now with the command tank, he could lead us quick raid here, clearing up the obstacles and opening up for harassment there, which would certainly be, I think, a good move for Miragefla. VonAsten, on the other hand, I feel needs some artillery. I mean, mortar, half-truck could be an idea, a pack howitzer could be another. Or if he feels spoiled, he could try and play for a priest. But he also needs something to sort of further hold on here to ensure that Miragefla can't so quickly just counterattack and push him off. In particular now with the command tank out, I mean, you know, the captain of Sherman might not quite be fully there to sort of hold it back, in particular with the Pack 40 there. A Jackson might be needed, or another Sherman, or maybe an outside tank, and since of course he's got that available thanks to the captain. Still hanging up positions here. Almost at G2 there. Fuel pump being taken away there from Sarai. Let's do a light tank as the war progressed, was used more and more for basically infantry support, by the way, also reconnaissance, but less that as well as the Greyhound took over there, being a bit more mobile and such. And there you go, Rifle rushing chain, he's an MD42, and the Grenadiers being pushed away there. At the same time, Captain rushing forward here, Veterans, Fleet Steward following up here. Looks like we're going to see another attempt here at outmaneuvering and outflanking here by VonAsten. Good job there, and certainly that is one thing you can sort of perhaps to some extent also do here on Angle Will. On the left side, better. Captain there taking losses, the high close Lance Grenadiers following up. And he actually called in a priest to sort of try and bombard Miragefla's positions. You should try and get it as reasonably close as possible to sort of minimize the scatter, and otherwise fire at some expected positions. So I think around here would be a good spot, and then just try to, for example, shoot around here. Rather than there being bombarded. Pack 40 moving up. Cover wreck there, the Americans falling back here as the Panther Force slowly advances. Trying to hold up here at the fuel point. Stewart fires away, not really effectively. Veteran 2 still gained though. Priest ready. And we got here an assault started up here by the MD42. And the scout quickly moves in to help and finish them off. And there we go. Browning up machine there drop for the soldiers to the right to utilize. And there we go. Howitzer fires. The priest unleashes a highly explosive sermon. Forcing the MD42 there to fall back. Rather here getting pummeled. And we got, there we go, Sherman trying to flank in here. Good job. Pack 40 there, by the way. Poor movement and everything by Miragefla exposing, of course, allowing VonAsten here to see where it is and, of course, deal with it that way. Another Pack 40 in the way from Miragefla. He's certainly lacking on fuel. And also, there you go. We got an artillery barrage going straight here down the cluster of support weapons and the command tank. Nicely spotted there. At the same time, Stewart rushes in behind here. Nice assault there. Can the Pack 40 get out there? 2-1. And there you go. No. Barrage. There you go. He just managed to barely avoid it. Sherman, though, took some heavy hits there. Command tank, if he can't get behind, could knock it out. There we go. Sherman wrecked. Stuart, though, continues to do serious damage. Got rifle grenades going off at the same time. VonAsten here falling back. Quite a vicious engagement right there. Had there been maybe a bit more infantry support, or some smoke screens, he might have fared a bit better there. He's still, for example, not considered getting grenades for his rifle, which I do think is something he's making a bit out on there. Missing a bit. Rifle continuing, got the grenades falling back rapidly, nothing there to stop the advance of VonAsten.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And Miragefla has not been able to build up a support armor core yet. Of course, he might be, in fact, now be playing for the third battle phase instead. That is very much a possibility. There you go, rifle coming under fire here. MD42 advances, setting up here behind the wreckage of the Sherman for heavy cover. And rather than being pushed back here by the gunneries here now equipped with both Brownings and light MD42s. Another barrage here. Though of course now he's pulled back so far back, I mean his scatters further increased, then since he doesn't have actual line of sight, it's going to be less accurate. Rather than moving ahead, catching the grenadiers, and as they're firing away, getting us some kills. And a Jackson on the way in response. They're going nicely there from the command tank on the rifleman, forcing them away. Breaking through victory points while they're not looking good. He really needs to do something about here, taking away some victory points there as well. Still enough sign of anything there. But anyways, time for the mid-game analysis here. Current situation with Miragefla is very much on the back foot here. He's holding on. He's not suffered too excessive casualties, but you know, at the same time he is struggling. He's not got a large amount of fuel. He's basically got a command tank and some packs and infantry. Though of course slightly augmented by American weapons, and of course his 2 MP42s certainly play a role in basically being able to sort of hold up parts of VonAsten's rather sizable infantry assaults. So of course by now he's actually bet them out a bit. But the victory point situation in particular, things are rather pressing here for Miragefla. He needs to do something about here, in particular on the right flank. Apart from say to try and sneak in the command tank, clear out some positions here, and then follow up with infantry. And otherwise just try to draw away forces away from the west and into the east at the same time as he harasses and tries to get victory points. Another thing he should consider is getting up some fuel caches to help with his fuel issue. And otherwise I think he should consider getting up a support armor core, get out some armor that way, and then begin sort of applying further pressure to VonAsten. If he gets up, for example, I think a pair of quick cover Stooks, he might have a good chance there, for example, of augmenting firepower quite well. If he hands it within his territory, within the aegis of the command tank, the Stooks is a bit harder to deal with for his opponent. Of course, not an awful lot, but still better than not at all. So that would rather be hard sort of missing things there from Miragefla. For VonAsten, a part of me would say, you know, I mean, he should try and striking at the enemy base. I mean, particularly on a map like Angwell, for example, coming here, it was one of the hallmarks of it to actually continue to strike at the enemy base. In particular, the way it's set up. So I mean, that guy needs to actually just try and sort of move up some tanks, knock out the bunker. Then I was just trying to sort of creep in here and knock out base buildings, forcing the Miragefla to not just have to defend here, but here as well. I mean, of course, previously in Company 2, it's not been so much of a history of attacking bases so much, but a map on Angwell, it does open up for it. Otherwise, I mean, I think he needs to sort of apply more artillery, he needs to apply a bit more closely, and also he needs to attack from here. I mean, it's good he's doing from here, but at the same time he can't keep at it, because that just makes him predictable. He also needs to attack from here, and again, he needs to attack from there. I mean, just sort of throw confusion into Miragefla's plans. Also, might want to get a bit more riflemen there, but otherwise some support weapons further would help. So, I mean, that would rather be sort of how I would envision how VonAsten could sort of maybe break through this. But anyways, back to the fight here. Oh, he needs to get grenades for smoke screens and the likes. I mean, particularly if he's going to attack from here, I mean, on this open terrain, smoke is going to be vital to sort of ensure that Miragefla's weapons have the least time to respond and to fire, and of course also least time sort of, you know, even sort of predict things. We got another sniper down the way from Miragefla. He's not giving up there. And certainly snipers, of course, have become more popular after the patch, which is nice to see. And certainly also opens up for more options for the Wehrmacht, even as the game progresses. And there we go, bursting through the wall like an angry giant of cooked steel. Firing in there to the finding position, clearing that out. Also, of course, making a new opening here for his troops to further respond to. We got the super in there. Not really going to be able to do much except maybe force the Panzer to fall back. We got the Jackson following up with this 90mm gun. Crazy responding a bit. And there we go, sniper arrived. Oh, Pack 40 responding here. Needs to be careful though. One wrong move and that thing is going to belong to VonAsten. Pack 40 here setting up, and there goes Stewart in a bit of trouble. Takes a nice hit there for the Pack 40 veterans in one. At the same time, they go rushing through here now. Going for the extreme side. In fact, they're going to try and flank about here. Good response there by VonAsten. In particular, you can catch all the small forces here. I mean, you can certainly tear away a bite of Miragefla force, leaving with the left to defend with a rule. There you go, Jackson moving in. Got off good shot there. Needs to be careful. Pulled a bit, I think, too fast away. They might have been able to get one finishing shot there on the command tank. Instead, he does allow Miragefla there to pull it back rather than getting caught by the MD42 bunker. Grenadiers tying in a bit as well there, and we've got the assault continuing up here, moving in. Sniper there covering. At the same time, perhaps he doesn't quite want to himself. There we go, nonetheless. MD42 sitting up there, and opening up the riflemen, suppressing the bastards. Stewart striking in from the north here. And oh, the Telemine finally went off, knocking out the Stewart light tank. Better late than never, one supposes. Better late than never. Command tank going dire, need repairs. Miragefla building up some fuel again, take up would be an idea. We got another Sherman on the way at the same time, artillery barrage striking into the base. Bit of blind fire, but at least he sort of tried to move a bit further up to sort of decrease the scatter. That is good. That is good. Otherwise, I do have a Propagandacast there, of course, covering artillery and sort of how to get the most out of it. And again, blind fire is pretty much, in particular from the farthest away, one of the least effective artillery tactics we can sort of utilize. Panzer Grenadier there arriving, adding in some more veteran Panzer Grenadier there to the fight, it would seem. Another Sherman there arriving. Riflemen with captain there, advancing Grenadiers need to fall back a bit. And there you go, the MG42, they're firing at the captain, suppressing the lot. And at the same time, they're finally breaking into these there, harassing territory, and finally beginning to do something about all those victory points. Also got plenty of munitions here from Miragefla, railway artillery support is available, but of course you could also consider Panzer Schrecks for the Panzer Grenadier, or further mines or bunkers. Both of those I think could also be viable options there. And again, incendiary rounds. Remember to use incendiary rounds to the Wehrmacht, they do again add a lot of punch to the MD42 and certainly gives it quite the bite. Sherman advancing, opening up. Nice hit the MD42, Panzer Grenadier on the flank, not really able to do much for the time being. Captain here, they're being shredded by the other MD42. And there you go, bunker up. Medic bunker most likely, no sign of a structure there from Miragefla though. VonAsten seems to be getting a bit unclear as to how to deal with this. Again, on one option is to try and break through again, try to strike the base, make that a valid target. Of course, again, force Miragefla and have to prepare for here. Otherwise, again, try to launch again a further assault, but again, lay down some smoke screens, add a bit more to the proceedings, and of course, get a priest reasonably close, sort of fire off some more accurate shots at targets like the Pack 40s or the MG42s.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
There you go, gain the other victory point in, well, a long time. There goes Sherman flanking the command tank. At the same time, the artillery barrage goes down here.
Watch for counterattacks.
Bit blindly, it feels like all the close there to getting the sniper.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Still no sign of anything there from Miragefla. Panzer Grenadier falling back here, though Miragefla's defense is certainly stubborn and well conducted. To some extent, though, pivoting basically on the MD42s and the Pack 40s, sort of form a core, which is generally how I feel anyways, a good Wehrmacht defense is coordinated anyways. Almost 53 on the MD42 again, incendiary rounds would be good. Command tank needs to fall back before the Jackson blows it up. And there goes the Palmer Corps finally going out for Miragefla, adding in some armour beyond a defeated Panzerwagen. So finally getting it something to command besides infantry. Can't imagine the command there's that a bit too happy about that. You know, my job is to command other panzers, not to guys running around about so. There you go, Vetri 2 shoots and it up, make it a bit tougher there. Jack continues ahead. Run from the Pack 40 and the Panzer Faust. At the same time, the strike going down here. Good coordination there again. Miragefla does seem to have a slight tendency of playing a bit too close together. Though, of course, this artillery barrage is slower to react. I mean, had he, for example, say, gone for something like recon support with their Pathfinders, he could have swiftly punished that, I think. But there you go. Rather than being slightly forced back here. Another Sherman away there for VonAsten. And Sherman there caught by the Pack 40.
We are in a dangerous situation. 100 points remaining.
And looks like someone took a bit of a beating here. The Major, by the looks of it, gave everything for the United States of America. But it wasn't enough.
Shift your fire! Crew ready.
Sherman's a bit dinged up. There's Sir Jackson here. Not the best engagement there for VonAsten.
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours. Yes?
Miragefla could take away a bit of territory here, I think. And VonAsten could consider maybe some defences here and there, some further finding positions, maybe some tank traps or barbed wire. So try and slow down any counterattack from Miragefla, since now of course Miragefla sort of bought himself some momentum here. I might have a better chance of pushing forwards, which is certainly what's happening. Another bout here though from the Priest, again far away. And again just basically blind fire. Rather than some wait for Miragefla to make an attack and then try to respond with the artillery to the attack. He's sort of just trying to hope to catch something there. Oh dear, showing them with damage engine. Heat round there on the... Oh, Pack 40, but there we go! Nicely with the smoke screen, actually cancelling out their ability, wasting missions there from Miragefla. Nicely done there. About time he actually begins to use some smoke, but I do think VonAsten could have kept on with it better at times had he utilised smoke a bit better. Command tank, no breakthrough. Rather than come from the with the Brownings, looks like they got both up there. Oh, Dash got off a nice hit. Veterans won. Armour Prison as an option, but we've got a Panzer IV there, a regular one on the way forward for Miragefla. Adding in some more proper armour there.
Send your orders.
But of course now the west is open, but again VonAsten's not occupied here mostly. So it's not quite paying attention. They go rough and advancing. Had they had a grenade here, they probably could deal with this a bit faster. Without suffering quite as much. And of course lay down the smoke screen to cover it against the MG42. But there you go.
We have a new Panzer.
There you go. Panzerkampfwagen immobilized. The course of the Third Reich, although by 1944-45 it was actually the Panther, I think, that was more numerous in the Panzer Division than the likes. MG42 there could run off. Sturmgeschütz on the way to provide a bit of further fire support there from Miragefla. Wunderbar, wunderbar. In particular, if we can get to veterans one, of course, give it target weak point. That should definitely help out. Versus VonAsten's armour.
Grab your shit and follow me.
Had one moving hit there, and there we go. Sherman fires back, but shots bouncing off. In fact, because he was focusing on infantry, wasn't prepared for enemy armour. Captain moving up there, by the rounding up, going to drop there. Got the Jackson responding, at the same time assault continues up, you've got Panzer here versus Rifle, a quick about the Laden, could go for doing a lot of damage, and there you go, flies through the air, and good lord, the entire Rifle unit was wiped out, leaving nothing but crumbled bodies and shattered souls by that tiny, tiny shed. Panzer here pulling back, he might have a chance of actually dealing with it, probably to put down the command tank. Will he do it? Let's see if he can get up the Stuke there, but he's not quite doing it. At this rate, that looks like he'll have to pull back the Panther IV here against the Jackson. Vetri 2 here, increasing its rate of fire, and it's like vehicle sizing, making it a bit more dangerous on his own. And there you go, pulls back at the same time. VonAsten does not pursue either. Command tank though did suffer bravely. Stuke moving up here, not entirely sure why quite like that. That's not the best position, I would say. Vetri 3 MD40 pushed away. Stuke needs to go, got the Sherman there flanking in. Oh dear, also Heigler's around there. He's been too focused on dealing with infantry. Of course, he's not prepared now that Miragefla is actively beginning to add in armour.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
There you go, Sherman, Stuke, Pack, all fine pants fighting in there. Veggie 2 for the Pack 40. Sherman heavily damaged, he needs to lay down smoke screen maybe, but looks like he'll wait. Pack 40 there by quickly secured by VonAsten. Looks like Miragefla pushed a bit too far without proper support. A small mistake there, which could prove advantageous for VonAsten. Jackson flanking in there. Gets off a good ship then, shot on the Stuke. Pack 40 and Light gets the shot back there on the Jackson. At the same time losing points on here. Miragefla's points were not looking good. He really should consider a bunker around here to help cover things up. And the Panzer Force not being repaired either. He needs more pioneers to help speed up repairs. But now Miragefla's definitely got the stronger force, though he's very much too extended. And the victory points are low. So I mean, if VonAsten can pull off some good assaults, he can still turn this around. Another Sherman on the way. VonAsten's really standing in a lot of armor there. Another barrage again, another blind fire, I feel. Oh dear, Pack 4 trying to escape. We've got the snub advancing. There we go, wipe the entire lot.
We lost an anti-tank gun. New rounds complete. Breach clear. Green as green can be.
Still 2 to 3 Shermans there. 1 Jackson, 1 Priest. That's certainly quite a bit there. Too bad he's having a bit of a hard time there, sort of getting the most out of the Priest, I feel. Captain there needs to be careful. Go Veterans, if the MD4 setting up support here, Rifle or Captain falling back. Panzer Grenadier, all the Rifle there could secure the Browning light machine gun for their own benefit, and it looks like it's the Panzer Grenadier adding into their firepower.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Miragefla really needs to get another Pioneer unit here to help repair, though he can get it. Yes he can, though that's probably also the last thing he can get. He's otherwise pretty much a full pop cap. Rifle stop there. VonAsten seems to be getting a bit more passive, perhaps a bit unsure how to deal with all of this. Looks like though he's preparing for some kind of massive armoured punch.
A capture point is being overrun.
Rifle firing where come from the building, and there you go, Priest fire again. This time though, shorter distance, a bit clearer, maybe watch well what is where. Gets over got here on the MD42 crew. Doesn't quite get it right, but certainly forced away, and at the same time Captain pushing in here. Pioneers need to get around the fence. MD42 left on its own, we got the him pushing forward, it's good cleared out. Second Sherman moving up, third Sherman, Jackson as well. Going for both victory points there, Miragefla's force is not quite ready to recover both of them. And particularly sort of they are the ones furthest away, which then also makes things a little more difficult here for Miragefla. And certainly is also one of the tricky things for how to defend. Unless you got both here, I mean you're going to have a hard time for example defend 2 of these. But there you go. MD42 there wiped out. A harsh loss for Miragefla and the Reich. Panzer 4 there almost. Veteran D3. Veteran 1 for this one, Stug. Not quite near anywhere. He could get another Stug though. Could get another Sturmgeschütz. Oh wait, he's got 1 command population there, too many. Damaging in the command tank. Pack 40, Panzer 4, right, Grenadiers moving in here. Panzer Grenadier even have been upgraded with Panzerschrecks. So they both have Panzerschrecks and ground machines. There you go, Sherman flying away there. Pack 40s and rockets flying at the general direction of the American armour. Rather than being pushed away as the Krauts advance. Nice little formation there, though. I think a bit more something British. I mean, had it been a British, that would have been a Firefly, but that was generally how they operated. Little fun fact there. The Americans, of course, tend to more sort of operate with them in independent platoons with the Jackson and such. Usually, such a thing there would be organised in an independent anti-tank battalion. Though, of course, fun thing is there was no real sort of differentiation when it came sort of organisationally on how they were. So, for example, if you're an American commander told you're going to get an anti-tank battalion attached to you, he wouldn't be able to know if it was actually, say, mobile tank destroyers or just actual anti-tank guns. Little fun fact there. Captain moving ahead there. Bit of quiet here. VonAsten seems to be considering his options. I mean, he's got the biggest arm advantage. In fact, he's going to get an even bigger one with the 4th Sherman. On the other hand, infantry is looking quite opposite of how he had sort of in the beginning, where he had a lot of it. So, of course, in some regards, he's in a bit of trouble. Of course, he can use his Shermans to pop up the crews and rapidly take points. At the same time, of course, Miragefla is now getting in some more anti-tank assets as well. He's even got a here tank hull down. Fancy that, a bit rare to see as well, but does increase his range. Rate of fire and line outside, I believe it also makes it harder to deal with overall. The only thing it doesn't improve is mobility, basically. For obvious reasons. rather than moving in into the Panther 4 Stormcruiser. We've got artillery going down here straight on the Panther 4 dug in. Quickly popping up there. Not perhaps the best use of artillery there, I think, for VonAsten.
Sherman ready.
VonAsten seems rather unsure about it. What to do? We got the sniper here caught by the Shermans. 50 cavalry raking into the poor bastard. And there we go, wiped out. Of course, that also has a slight, perhaps quite unintended effect there. It does open up for more units from the last, but there we go. Got a second Sturmgeschütz on the way here to support the Panzerlehr. At the same time, we got armor pushing forward here for VonAsten. Mine went off there, damaging one Sherman engine. In fact, oh, well, not heavy damage there, but still leaving a bit of bad position. Jackson covering up here. At the same time, though, there's a slight problem here from VonAsten. He's got his flank here open. And in fact, more specifically, Jackson's over here to quick assault for flank. That's what's happening. We got Miragefla coming in with the Panther 4 engaging the Jackson. Pack 40 opening up from the other side, active here to hit the Jackson. Jackson already heavily damaged, flying away there. Needs to open up time of his ground just in case Sherman flying away there. Panther 4 almost knocked out. Sherman knocked out here. Can the Panther 4 get the Jackson? Jackson knocked out here by the Panther 4. Excellently executed there. VonAsten's armor formation was set up in a position where it could have easily outflanked here. Poor reading of terrain, and that rather has paid off here. At the same time, other Sherman here damaged. Panthers responding with agility and Reichness? I don't know. Reich's fury. There we go. Panzers charging in Sturmgeschütz opening up. Sherman in a bit of trouble there, left on its own, unsupported. The infantry scarped. Stug and Panther 4. Got another Sherman flanking in though. Of course, there's another Sherman ready here to support. Units being marked out there for VonAsten. Panther 4 there, almost victory too. There we go. Sherman knocked out. Almost victory free on the command tank. Sherman here caught between two Sturmgeschütz, a Panther 4. Panther 4 though wrecked. Another Panther 4 though on the way to replace Nego Victory from the Sturmgeschütz, opening up the target weak point amongst other things. Brutal armor engagement here. Brutal. The one that he's largely working up here for Miragefla. There we go, another Sherman wrecked.
We just lost a medium tank.
An American Villiers Bocage, except it just involves Stugs and Panther 4s and not Tigers.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Looking pretty terrible here for VonAsten. Got the Sherman moving in. Priest was unable to help at all. Got another bastard going in. Trees flying all a bit across the place. Stug moving in support here. Halfway to victory too. Anti-tank in the mid. We got the Sherman Panther moving in, drawing fire. Good, good. Captain there firing. Nego victory for the command tank.
Just took out an entire gun crew.
There we go. Sherman knocked out as well. The field here is now littered with burning Shermans. And there we go. VonAsten leaves. VonAsten leaves. A victory here for Germany, for the Reich. Quite the turnaround there for Miragefla. Turning the tables on VonAsten and giving him quite the beating. I mean, quite an impressive there. Last armor engagement that was in part because again, VonAsten set up his armor base in a way that could allow them to reach out flank, and again he left his Jackson in a very exposed position on top of that. So very nice reading of the terrain there by Miragefla, using tactics there to overwhelm VonAsten, who otherwise enjoyed stronger numbers in armor. But a really intense fight here between two good players on Angerville. Some nice armor play, some nice infantry play. The problem of field though for VonAsten was he was basically lacking a bit of support elements, and he never quite went for grenades for his rifle. And I think had he gone for grenades, he would have had more tools to deal with him before but also the packed forces, and I think that would have given him a bit of the last edge he needed to sort of break through several times, but never quite came. Also with the Shermans, never quite any smoke screen there except that one time here with the one about to fire a heat round at him. So in that guy, I think that was something he'd done a bit better, but also, just attacking from, this angle as well. I mean, he seemed to sort of just at times get a bit too focused on certain parts and then he forgot about others. So there were some problems there, I feel. But again, this was sort of the critical final mistake that Miragefla basically sort of caught him with and beat him silly with. I mean, Miragefla certainly also played nicely himself. He could have been a bit more aggressive at times, I feel like, on certain parts of that. More mines would have benefited him. But overall, he nicely responded there as best as he could to VonAsten's aggressive tempo, the constant attacks of the infantry again, responding nicely with MD-42s. He could have used incendiary armor piercing ground. I think had he done that, he'd certainly have been better to sort of quickly able to get back on the field and sort of push back versus VonAsten, but never quite happened. But still, good use of the command tank, good use of the MD-42s, pack 40s and the likes, which certainly also gave him a bit of breathing space. Then the Telemine there, though he never got more than one, certainly also proved to be quite helpful, and good use of the armor, and certainly also very good on seizing on the realization there that how VonAsten was set up there. Could maybe result in a quick armor assault there. So very nice flank there from VonAsten. I mean, that was absolutely splendid stuff there. So hopefully you enjoyed this match, hopefully learned something from it, hopefully it gave some ideas, some inspiration for your own matches and how to use armor. If you did, you know, that's awesome. So feel free to follow this or subscribe to the YouTube channel here, the Propagandacast. Feel free to like the video, share it with your friends, share it with everybody else you know who you feel like could learn a bit more and just be entertained. And of course, if you feel like it, provide some commentary there in the comment section. Of course, send in replays of your own. This is Imperial Dating. Cheers and thank you all for watching. Bye.